Learn English through Stories U20 Answers PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents. Vocabulary. 9 tests. Answers coming and going. 1. Complete using a word formed from the letters given in the box. 1. The airline say my luggage is too heavy and I have to pay extra. 2. This model of Big Ben will be a lovely souvenir of our holiday. 3. Do you know which platform our train is on? 4. We've had a terrible journey, and now I'm just happy to be home. 5. Let's walk around the harbor and have a look at all the fishing boats. 6. You have to choose your destination and the ticket machine gives you your ticket. 7. This vehicle is suitable for city driving and for rough country roads. 8. The flight to Australia takes 24 hours. 9. Look out! We're going to crash if you're not careful. 10. The cost of the holiday includes accommodation at a 5-star hotel. 11. Have you ever traveled abroad? Yes, I went to Italy last year. 12. Tina and Julie are going away on a weekend break to Berlin. 2. Complete using the correct form of the verbs in the box. Book, cancel, catch, delay, pack, reach. 1. They've canceled all today's trains. How are we going to get home? 2. What's the first thing you want to do when we reach New York? 3. It's cold in Moscow, so pack some warm clothes. 4. You book the hotel room and I'll go and buy the train tickets. 5. Our plane has been delayed by 4 hours. 6. If we're quick, then maybe we can still catch the bus. 3. Match to make sentences. 1. As the plane took off, I held my mom's hand tightly. 2. The door is open, so you can get in the car if you like. 3. We were in a hurry, and when we got on the bus, I realized I didn't have a ticket. 4. The man selling the tickets told us to go away and come back again later. 5. It was raining when we set off on our walk, but it soon stopped. 6. We loved the hotel, so we went back there the following year. 7. Ray fell as he was getting off the bus and couldn't walk properly. 8. The taxi driver asked us to get out on the right because it was safer. 4. Complete using the correct form of the phrasal verbs given in the box. 1. Before Darren set off on his journey, he packed some boots and plenty of warm clothes. 2. Why don't you go away and think about what I've said to you? 3. We should get off the train at the next station and then find a taxi. 4. The helicopter took off and suddenly we were in the air. 5. There was a fire alarm and we all had to get out of the hotel. 6. Without saying anything, the man got into his car and drove up the road. 7. We ran to the train and got on just before it started to move. 8. My parents are going back to the little Spanish town where they first met. 5. Complete using the words in the box. Add any other words you need. Board bus coast foot holiday schedule. 1. When you go on holiday, it always takes a few days to completely relax. 2. I hope our plane arrives on schedule. I'm bored just sitting here, waiting. 3. If you come by bus, don't forget to get off at the stop outside the bank. 4. Living on the coast is great. I love walking on the beach every morning. 5. The cowboys got off their horses and went the rest of the way on foot. 6. Now we're on board the ship, let's have a look around. 6. Use the words given in the box to form words that fit in the gaps. 1. Fly. 2. Attract. 3. Choose. 4. Drive. 5. Visit. 6. Travel. 7. Comfort. 8. Depart. 9. Back. 10. Direct. Going abroad. Up until the 1960s, not many British people had flown abroad for their holidays. Although the idea was attractive, flying was still too expensive for most people. The only choice people had was to go to British resorts. Instead of flying, families drove to the British coast. Places like Blackpool and Brighton had millions of visitors every year. During the 60s and 70s, prices dropped and travelers began to visit places like Spain. At first, hotels were uncomfortable, but they slowly got better. These days, the departure lounges at airports are full and people travel backwards and forwards across the world for work and on holiday. Every summer, tourists go in all directions in search of the perfect beach and the perfect resort. 7. Write one word in each gap. 1. Sydney is famous for its harbor. You should also look at the Opera House and the bridge while you're there. 2. We arrived at the hotel and they provided us with a map of the area. 3. When you're preparing for a holiday, pack clothes that are suitable for the place where you're going. 4. I prefer to be far from other people when I'm on holiday. I don't like being close to crowds of tourists. 5. While we were waiting for our train, I asked someone about the delay. 6. Will was late for his appointment, so he asked me for some money for a taxi. 8. Match a word from each box to form collocations. 1. Disease spreads. 2. Evidence suggests. 3. Opportunity arises. 4. Smoke rises. 5. Standard slips. 6. Teeth chatter. 7. Wind howls. 8. Withstand pressure. 1. The scientific evidence suggests human beings first emerged in Africa. 2. The wind was howling all night, and it was raining, so I couldn't sleep. 3. The machine has to be made of materials that can withstand a lot of pressure. 4. Oh, no! There's a fire. Look at the smoke rises from those buildings. 5. It was so cold I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering. 6. Our survey shows that parents believe standards have slipped at the school. 7. You must accompany Mason on one of his business trips to Asia if the opportunity ever arises. 8. An alarming new disease is spreading among cattle in the south of the country. 9. Choose the correct collocation. 1. He said he would throw us out, but it was just an idle threat. 2. They rushed the victim to hospital in the vain hope of saving her life. 3. The government is encountering mounting criticism of its policies. 4. There is mounting concern across the world about climate change. 5. The horse was foaming at the mouth, so we called the vet. 6. Suddenly, without warning, Marta burst into song. 7. The plain truth is that I hate my job. 8. I tried to persuade her, but I'm afraid I failed miserably.